somebody, like be mad at them, tell them you're never gonna trust them again because they cheated on you in your eyes, and betrayed your trust, and now like 3 days later they're asking you to marry them because now you've made up and you're gonna say yes. Are there any thoughts going on? Like, is there anybody driving the car? Hello? What makes you think that if you go on a break with somebody because you're fighting, that getting married is gonna fix that? Like, it was literally straight away. They don't even like make up and get back together for a bit. No, it's literally make up, ask Belly to marry me. Belly says yes. Huh? And then they want to be married by the summer. Like, why are they rushing everything? I just like this part. I just genuinely don't understand. It's like, huh? What? Why? Like, why? Especially when, if you really truly love each other, you have the rest of your lives to get married and plan your wedding properly. You don't even have money to like have a wedding. Like, what are you doing? You don't even have money to get married properly. Like, what is going on? I just like crazy. Crazy. No wonder Laurel was against it. No wonder Laurel was like, yeah, hell no. This is not happening. Like, Belly needs to listen to her mom. Stop thinking you know best all the time. It's so frustrating. Like, what are you doing? I nearly ate the microphone then. Like, for real. Like, w- the whole planning of the wedding and like stressing about um what we're gonna do for the wedding, what cake we have, who's coming to the wedding, what dress I'm gonna wear. um oh, my mom's not supportive of me getting married at 22. Drama, like the whole time I'm like, somebody actually needs to grab Belly by the shoulders and shake the hell out of her. Like, what are you doing? For ladies, don't get married at 22. I don't care how much you think that man loves you just because he says he's going to put a ring on it. Don't do it. You have your whole life ahead of you, and I promise you, if you really do love each other, you can get married in 5 years. Like, please, please. Like, really, really piss me off. Also, I forgot to mention, you know how Jeremiah cheated on Belly when they were on break? So technically, it's not really cheating because they weren't technically together at the time, but that's pedantics. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. Belly is also keeping a secret from Jeremiah. One Christmas, something was supposed to happen. Belly couldn't make it. Everybody was somewhere else, and Belly ended up at cousin's beach house by herself. Guess who else was there? Conrad. Yeah. They ended up celebrating their little Christmas together. I can't fully remember what was actually happening. Like, I don't know why Belly was at the beach house. I think Conrad had missed his flight to go skiing somewhere with his family, and that's why he ended up at the beach house. But somehow they both ended up at the beach house and they spent a very lovely, cozy, cute little Christmas together at cousin's beach house in the middle of the winter. And it's so cute because like we're never usually here in the winter, and I don't know how long they were there for, probably like a day, but they had no food. They literally, Belly and Conrad survived off a tin of cocoa powder. And oh my god, it was so romantic. And that Christmas kind of ignited Belly's feelings for Conrad again. And this whole time, she's kept it a secret from Jeremiah. And they should have been open and honest with each other. Like Jeremiah's secret came out, Belly should have told Jeremiah and said, "Hey, I also have something to tell you." But she got so mad at him, and it's like part of it was because I think she was projecting, which is usually the case when people get so mad at things like that. But she doesn't end up telling him anything. Like she keeps that secret because she knows that it would probably trigger Jeremiah's insecurity around Conrad, and like it probably would have ended things. So she doesn't tell him. But yeah, so the relationship is not at like a good place. Like there are secrets, there's almost like omitting the truth going on, and then you're rushing into marriage, and then you're like, it's not even like Jeremiah asks to get married and they get engaged and they'll just be engaged for like a couple of years. No, they get engaged and they want to get the marriage done and dusted by summer. These people don't even have jobs. They don't even have money. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? And at first, nobody's supportive of the marriage, but then Taylor and Steven kind of like want to support their friends and sisters and brothers and whatever, their best friends. Laurel refuses to get on board. Because she knows it's crazy. Because it is crazy. Because why you get married that young? Like you don't even know what you want. You don't even know who you are. You don't need to get married. Can't afford it. You crazy? Are you crazy? It's just like, yeah. So to me, is you can just tell this wedding is doomed from the beginning, and that is so symbolic of people who are trying to fix like deep heartbreak and deep misalignment and grief within a relationship by doing dramatic and drastic things like a marriage. You should never be getting married to a person from a place of like chaos and distrust and uncertainty as a way to like fix a relationship. That should never be the foundation of a marriage. Like that marriage will be doomed if that's what it's built on. I don't make the rules. Okay? That's just the way it is. So, like, to me, the wedding just was gonna fail from the beginning. Um, and I just think women tend to do this thing a lot where they think that if they love harder or like prove their loyalty more and fill in the gaps in a relationship, that somehow it's all just gonna fix itself and work out. And 9 times out of 10 is if you've noticed problems and you've noticed gaps and you've brought them up to the person that you're with and they do nothing about it, you then have to decide, you have to view that as them showing you who they are. And then you have to decide, you, you have to decide what? Can't talk, obviously. Whether who they are is someone you can actually live with and be with or not. And if it's no, that if they keep doing this thing that eventually it's gonna get on your nerves, just leave. It's not the be all and end all of everything. If you leave, like you're gonna be okay if this doesn't work out and you walk away from this. I promise you'll be fine. Like, yeah, just leave, please. Yeah, because to be honest, in my opinion, love doesn't need to be proven. Like it shouldn't have to be something that is tested and proven. You should just know. And the person should make you like let you know, and you should let them know just by the way that you act around them that you love them. But yeah, like you should not be rushing into a marriage just to feel secure in your relationship. Like you are gonna end up regretting it. You're gonna end up getting divorced mid 30s to mid 40s. 100%. Yeah. Just like, yeah. I just don't think. Like, I feel like that's exactly what Laurel did. And that's why she doesn't doesn't support Betty getting married so young because she's been there, she's lived that, she has the wisdom, but Betty won't listen. And I feel like Betty actually really needed to hear it. But yeah, um, to be honest, the whole of season three screams one thing to me in like terms of like zooming out from the show is that women are punished for learning in public. And that I noticed that in myself, like the way that Belly acts and the mistakes that she makes. Like I was like, don't be so stupid half the time. Like why would you do that? Don't be so stupid. But this kind of conditioning is literally like programmed into women from when we're so young. Like the mistakes that Belly makes, it's okay for you to make them and it's okay for you to learn and grow. Like that is 100% okay. But I'm just saying, when the advice comes from a woman who knows better, take it. You'll save yourself so much trouble and heartbreak. And why it's so like distressing and why you might feel like Belly, don't do that. It's so stupid to do that. It's because there's probably a little part of you inside that knows how easy and how like much is expected of women to actually make the exact mistakes that Belly makes and then stick with them. As a woman, you're not allowed to learn from the mistakes. If you make those mistakes, society expects you to live with the consequences forever. For example, if Belly went through with the marriage and like they actually got married and then she decided she didn't want to be married anymore and then she got divorced so she could be with Conrad, she would have been punished forever for that. And so many women are because they do things that they don't really want to do because they think that's what society expects of them. They think that's what you're supposed to do, but you don't have to. Like, you really, really don't have to. One thing that I wanted to point out about the show is the amount of times Belly says, "I choose you," to either one of the brothers. I'm sick of hearing it. Like, it's giving pick me for someone. I don't know who is the pick me. Is it Belly or is it the boys? I'm not entirely sure. But if I hear that statement, like telling someone to their face that you choose them, I think I might rip my hair out. Like, stop. Just stop it. Please. Oh my god. Like it got to the point where I was like, if I hear that one more time, I might actually throw my remote at the TV. Like, stop. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, long story short, Belly ends up calling off the wedding. Conrad kind of ruins his brother's wedding because he decides that he wants to like tell Belly all about his feelings after they've basically been having an affair whilst planning Belly and Jeremiah's wedding. Crazy. Like what is what is going on? What is going on? Like that is the question that circles my brain this whole time. What is going on in the House of Commons? Like for real. Anyway, Belly ends up after calling off the wedding and everything. Belly ends up running away to Paris. She has no money, no plans, no nothing, nowhere to stay. She just goes to Paris, and to be honest, I think it's one of the best things she's ever done. Thank God for that. It kind of all works out for her somehow by the grace of God. That like she manages to find somewhere to stay and she makes some new friends and it's honestly kind of cute and wholesome, to be honest. Like I'm actually happy for her. Like go to Paris Ho, please. Um she learns a bit of French and actually starts living her main character life that she was always meant to live. Yeah. Unfortunately though, guess who shows up 2 years later? Conrad, because he's still so in love with her and now he's all healed and like emotionally mature and he's ready to be in a relationship now and he's ready to talk about his feelings, and because he's ready, Belly should also be ready now. Like, I mean, after all, didn't you want me? Like, didn't you want me so badly? Like, now that I want you back, you need to want me, is how Conrad feels to me. And honestly, it's the most annoying, irritating, coochie drying thing I have ever seen in my whole life. I don't know what to tell you people. I don't know how you find him attractive. I just like I want to spit on him. Like hawk up some phlegm and spit on. That's how he makes me feel. I'm just talking my truth. Sorry you can't handle it. But yeah. Um he comes over to visit Belly in Paris unannounced. He doesn't tell her. I would be scared. Like if a man showed up, like my ex showed up in Paris after I've left my life behind with a suitcase, finding out where I'd lived and showing up outside my front door being like, "Hey, I I was on my way to like Berlin." I don't know if that's where he's going, but I think it is. And it's only like a train ride away, so I thought I might stop by and see you because I miss you. I throw a shoe at him. What are you doing? I don't want to see you. Like, you give me PTSD. Like, go away. Who told you that was okay? Who gave you my address, you stalker? Weird pervert. Get away from me, loser bum. My life's fine. What are you doing here? Literally get out of my face. He's he shows up with a little bag, bro. Are you crazy? The audacity. Like, that just the fact that he showed up uninvited would piss me off so much. Like you presumed I was gonna be okay seeing you. You presumed I wanted anything to do with you. Really crazy. Oh, and can we talk about how good Lola Tongue looks when she gets her little bob? So cute. I love that. Honestly, it suits her so much. Like Lola Tongue's such a like a beautiful person, and that bob, it does wonders. I honestly love it. The French little bob. I remember seeing TikToks and everybody was joking that she she got a pixie. I saw people editing Lola Tongue with a pixie cut. Crazy. So funny. The memes that were coming out on TikTok, so funny. Like I think Belly ends up giving him like some kind of tour of Paris. And then they end up in a night of spending a night of passion together. And of course, Belly has a black bra on. I feel like it's like customary or canon event in these kinds of movies for the girl to be wearing a black bra. Where's the pink leopard print bra, huh? Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what that was, but um I nearly laughed out loud when Conrad thinks that like they're getting together because Belly lets him sleep with her, and then she's like, "So when's your train?" She was hitting and dipping. She was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna hit that one last time just because I can, but don't think this means anything. You're just hot." I was like, "Get it, girl. You hit and dip it." Like, yeah, thanks for the time. Goodbye. Don't contact me again. That's what should have happened, but of course it's not because Belly has to be so obsessed with Conrad, and it's just like, why? Just why? Yeah, so she ends up kicking him out, and then runs after him because she decides like, I thought I'd learned. I thought I came to Paris to become a different person and like learn from my mistakes and never be that girl again. But you know what? I've forgiven myself, and I do deserve to be loved, which she does. But can Conrad actually love her? Has he actually healed enough? Remains to be seen. B doesn't think so. Um, Meanwhile, this whole thing is going on. The rest of the family, like everybody, Stephen, Taylor, mom, dad, Laurel, her, like Belly's dad, the Fisher dad. I don't like him, by the way. um Steven's friend, can't remember her name, Jeremiah, they're all like healing together back in Cousins, having a party at the beach house to celebrate Jeremiah, catering for somebody, and Taylor being something for social media. I don't actually know what's going on. I can't actually remember. But they all seem to be healing and like being together and being happy together and making memories together. Meanwhile, Belly and Conrad are in Paris. Maybe they maybe they are good together. Maybe they are perfect for each other. Bums. But at the end of the day, I feel like what makes Belly interesting and what makes her so likable to me in the end of a story is that she's not perfect. And that's okay. Women don't have. Society judges women as valueless or immoral because they made a dumb decision. Men don't face that, and I think that's crazy and wild. And I feel like people have done that with Belly's character, and people do judge Belly's character, and they make Belly out to be the villain when neither of the boys had to be in this situation if they didn't want to be. None of them have to be with Belly. They are just as much complicit in this drama triangle as Betty is. Like they're all as bad as each other. Betty's not the only instigator. She's not the one who's solely at fault for anything. All of them partake in this weird triangle. So my point is that it's okay for women to not be perfect characters. Like it's okay that Belly isn't perfect. It's okay that she makes bad choices and grows from them, even if she makes a bad choice at the end of the show. Which is Conrad, by the way. But I do genuinely believe that the world just hates watching women make mistakes and still get to live and be loved and for people to still like them and choose them. I just think, yeah, society hates that for women. It really does. But yeah, I just feel like maybe this isn't a story about picking the right boy. Maybe it's about picking yourself a little bit more, even though in the end, Belly does get with Conrad. But let's be real, that's probably more so because that's like a resolution. If she did pick herself up at the end, I think we'd be like, oh, come on, to be honest. And that's just how these things go. I feel like I've said everything that I wanted to say about this season. We have come towards the end of this episode, and that to summarize everything we just said, like to end the video, um, my New Year's advice would be to leave crusty parasitic germs that are leeching off you in 2025. Okay, focus on you. Um, follow your dreams. Be imaginative. Be creative. And if you want to shave your head, shave your head. Only for women, though. That's it for today's episode of Pretty and Dangerous. I hope you had fun ranting with me about fictional characters. And remember, this is all in good fun. None of this is real. This is all my opinion. I'd love if you shared your opinions with me in the comments or wherever you want. You can find my TikTok at Mazzy Mayhem and my Instagram at Mazzy Mayhem. Um, if you would like, you can go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube. That would be nice. Um, yeah. Next episode, I'm gonna be talking about Frankenstein. I know I'm late. Like we established, I'm always late. But yeah, next episode, Frank, get your Frankenweenie out. Actually, maybe don't. Anyway, bye.